means I'm probably gonna have to land because I'm gonna need to make stuff. I can make antimatter. Oh, I can make these.
Technology recharge.
How do you know you're not welcome on the ship? Asks Gray Squirrel. Well, I mean those. You're invited to join because you've saved them. Dude, this is a pretty cool looking station right here. Yeah, but that's you're talking long-term Red Dragon. Like, I'm in the expedition mode right now. Like, long-term, you're not wrong. Expeditions are great because you can set them, but it takes a lot of work to get them to the point where, you know, you're doing all that stuff with collecting resources, because that's the freighter missions, which require freighter fuel, which require, there's so many steps to get to that point, unless they've changed things since the last time I played. That is a lot of work. One more jump, I think. Ah! I'm out of fuel again. Jesus. Need to make a antimatter housing. And... oh, I don't have what I need to make antimatter. I need condensed carbon. Well, on the plus side,
Technology recharge.
make me some condensed carbon. Oh, that'd be plenty.
recharge.
Alright, second rendezvous point. Look at that, it bounced off again. Like it didn't automatically go to dock. Instead of pulling me in, it like went bloop. It's doing it again. It's not pulling me into dock. I'll probably have to reload it. Yeah, it's not gonna pull me into dock. It says initiating docking procedure. I don't know when my autosave was, but let's just reload the autosave really quick. Yeah, I think it's because of all the other players. I may end up turning multiplayer off here in a bit. It's all good. It's not game breaking, it's just one of those things. It's like it's a minor annoyance. Nah, it's a simple reload, autosave, good to go. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do the. I've been told there is a what you call it, the hitchhiker milestone. I've been told there's a point where I'm gonna have to do something with somebody, so stay tuned. I may make a call for assistance when that happens. All right, what's next here? Corvette Habitation Modules Pack. Walkways. Install. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I wish this right here would show you which one was your ship, so that you're not running around trying to figure out which one you need to run to. Hitchhiker task is optional, not needed to complete the expedition. Oh, well, thank you for that. I was not aware that that was an optional thing. Well, out of curiosity, I haven't stored anything here, so I would just, what, go in here and say quick transfer, quick transfer. Alright, so first thing I want to do is take this torpedo thing off because it wasn't doing anything. Okay. Install Corvette modules to increase inventory capacity. Inventory capacity is often associated with habitation modules. How do I know which piece I currently have installed? Thunderbird class. You have to select it. Okay. Thunderbird class hab. No, not what I wanted to do. God damn it. Actually, I removed it. Increase inventory. So I could put it underneath or up top, or I could extend it back. The ambassador class. I would like to keep everything the same class for now if I can. So I could. Could I put that underneath? That looks really weird if I did. No, not what I wanted to do. Sometimes didn't actually want to place that. I just wanted to. Delete. There we go. So I'm assuming at this point, what I would have to do here is I would have to start taking things apart. This is where, because if I want to expand things, I have to pull it all apart to expand it and then put it all back together. And this is where I'm going to say the Starfield building system is way superior because you can pull a part off and put it to the side. For those of you who have used this, and somebody asked me the other day if I would do, and I may go ahead and do that, I may do a comparison video looking at Starfield shipbuilding versus No Man's Sky shipbuilding, because this is an area where I feel the Starfield shipbuilding is way superior, because you can have your build right here, and then you can literally just pull a piece off and set it to the side in the builder, so it's literally just right there on the side. So you just like picked it up, moved it over here, pick that one up, move it over here, pick this one up, move it over here. So instead of like deleting everything and then trying to remember what you used in the first place, you can actually have it off to the side so that you can clearly see which pieces you used because you just took them off and set them to the side. This is slightly annoying because the only way I'm going to be able to do this is I'm going to have to pull everything, I'm going to delete everything to add the habitation modules and then assemble it all again, which is yeah, Dribrum, the Starfield shipbuilder is way more advanced than this. But again, this is the first iteration of this, so I would expect them to continue to add to this over time. So let's pull all this apart, because we know we need to add some additional modules here. So let's see here. What I probably could do this is the ambassador. Correct. Exactly, Red Dragon. Since we know it's linked to the other one, yes. They're going to be putting a lot of work into things. Can I push that back? I can. Now. Not that I want to do it that way. I wish you could oh, you totally can mount these on the side. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Or you could mount them underneath. Oh, hello. All right, hold up. I did not notice the underneath thing before. I'm totally putting my lasers underneath. And then you can mount them on the side too. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. All right. All right. No, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to. That's what I'm looking for. Flip part vertical. That's what I was looking for. Or rotate. I only have one of those though. But I could see how that could look. Alright. So we've modified the look of it a little bit with that additional hab. I still gotta install another module because it's... Yeah, alright, so... I'm gonna have to make this look bulky, and I don't want to make it look bulky, but because of the quest, it's gonna want me to install... Okay. Harvest plants on your Corvette. So that's assuming I have to first put something in my Corvette. Construct a living wall to grow harvestable plants on board. First and foremost, we need to remove that. Second of all, I really don't want to clutter up the interior of my... It wanted us to install that, I never did. I guess because I didn't have the pieces to put that on there, so let's put that there now. Yeah, I didn't have that installed before. Okay. Upper hab module. I have to put a stairway. Internal stairway. I don't like having these in the middle of the frickin' main corridor, though. It's kind of annoying. Definitely not when you come in the door. Like, that might work right there. This is like the walkway module, I think, this right here. And this is the hab module. Right? Did I build it out of a different... I need to check something really quick. That is a... I think I have to select it. That's the Ambassador class hab. Which one is this one? Thunderbird. That's why. No, No, no. How do I back out of this and undo the things I just did? I fucked that up. I don't want that. I want... How do I get this back to where it was? Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Right there. Why? I want to use all the same. Thunderbird. No, it's... Oh, I see why. I see why. I don't have another Thunderbird class hab available. I only have the one, so I have to use the Ambassador for the add-on. I got it. Didn't understand it. Understand it now. Copy that. Because you only, unless you're in creative mode, you have to put it together with the pieces that you've found. Okay, my brain is not. Got it. Got it. All right, living wall. I need to then grow and harvest plants. Place plants in the living wall. Additional living wall modules can be placed to accommodate more plants. So I can only probably, what, plant one of these per wall? Hang on, why is it telling me I'm going to need additional resources to plant these? I don't want nip nip if I remember correctly. So I'm probably, I guess in order to plant these, I'm going to have to go get... So how many can I plant per? Like 2? I need to plant 8. So first and foremost, let's just, before I get ahead of myself, apparently I need to put 4 of these living walls. I just noticed there's a power draw as well. There's 20... Alright. So that's... I've planted 4 of those. All of these have different things that you have to harvest to plant them. They grow in about 45 minutes. Red Dragon says Frostwork grows the fastest. Yeah, I don't know what I need. Someone else is saying Gravitino is the easiest to do. I'm gonna need lots of resources, period. So I'm curious. So I'm 2.5 hours into this, right? And I'm only on the second phase. Someone said yesterday that they did the whole expedition in 6 hours, and I'm sitting here going, how did you do the whole expedition in 6 hours? Because I'm 2.5 hours in, and I'm like sitting here going, there ain't no way I'm doing this in 6 hours. This is gonna take me a while, which I'm totally okay with. But I always chuckle when people are like, I did it in 6 hours, I did it in 3 hours. It's like I usually take 8 to 12. All right, see you, Sig. That's true. When you start from an existing save, you can bring resources on your multi-tool. That's true. The best time is 58 minutes. That's ridiculous. Well, no matter what, I'm gonna have to go to a planet to harvest resources. So I do have some chromatic metal. I know how to get all three of those. Those three resources are easy to get. It's copper, silver, and ferrite. Those are easy to get. Mordite. How much mordite do I have, though? I don't have that much mordite. Forget what it looks like. I have 90, so I can't do that many. But I can place a couple. 1, 2. Alright. Yeah, I do think the Gravitino is going to be the easiest for me because I can get all of the things I need. I mean, essentially, I'm just going to have to farm a boatload of silver, which I think silver is found in the asteroid belts, asteroid fields. Copper for chromatic metal. That's going to be down on planets, and ferrite's going to be down on planets. So the first thing I need to farm. Holy crap! I need a boatload of silver. If I need to plant 2, 4, 6, I need a lot of silver. We need to go asteroid mining, apparently. So let's just start with that. The other thing is I have a torpedo module, but I don't really want to deal with it right now. Alright, I need an asteroid field. Are we about to get attacked? Lovely. Oh, the lists in this game are not nearly as heavy as the lists I had to make in Dune Awakening. Like, when I play Dune Awakening, it's bad. Like, it's it's bad, man. I have to make so many lists to play. We're gonna be back playing that tomorrow, by the way, guys. I believe there's gonna be a new drops campaign as well, so stay tuned for that. Alright, we're just gonna go asteroid mine. Am I being attacked? It says I was. It disappeared. I may have inadvertently shot at that mining ship. Wherever the little shit's at. I already completed the milestone to destroy the asteroid. Inadvertently. There you go. That's right, Inky Z. A whole list, a whole notebook dedicated to ESO and all your characters. I mean, it's a real thing for sure. Out of all of that, and I only have 135 silver. Come on now. We're definitely gonna be here a while. All right. Go away, little mining vessel. And Shrouded is another one I have to make lists for. The one nice thing about this game is that you can pin the you can pin the recipes and stuff if you need to. What's up, Thander? No, and Shrouded's good, man. It's a good game to be hooked on. That was actually the decision I had to make this morning, was whether I started the expedition today or if I waited until after I was done, and I just decided to start this instead. I was like, screw it. I was like, do I jump in Shrouded this morning, play some more, or do I do this? I was like, I'll just do this. Yeah, I haven't even tried the animal yet. By the way, can you not find, so like I have found a couple of these like gold clusters. Do you never find like silver clusters? I'm in starter weapons, so it is what it is. It's whatever they gave me. Go away, you stupid mining vessel. Like, technically they gave me this, but it overloads so quickly. Well, the beautiful thing is that neither Lord of the Rings Online or No Man's Sky are going anywhere, so you can do them at your leisure. 300. I'm halfway there. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. We're gonna be mining silver for a bit. I might have to go get some more coffee. Plus side, I'm gonna have enough tritinium to like fuel me for the next year. My subspace engines will be forever fueled. Like Masteroid mining. I tell you what, this is infinitely more fun than the EVE Online asteroid mining, though. Let's circle around an asteroid. Tell you what though, I need to set up a silver mining facility. Go away, mining ship. Big shot. Someone says you do find silver clusters, and somebody else says they've never seen a silver cluster. I don't know that I've ever seen a silver cluster either, which is why I mentioned it. I've seen gold clusters for sure. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure we have, like, yeah, gold nuggets. And lots of tritium hyperclusters. No silver, though. Alright, what did I need? I needed 720. I only have 460. We still have a lot of silver left to mine. Plant those. And then we're gonna have to get down to a planet and get a whole bunch of magnetized ferrite and copper to be. Chromatic metal. I don't remember mining in Elite Dangerous, but I only played that played on the PS4 4 years ago maybe? I put some time into it. There were some aspects I enjoyed, and there were a lot of aspects I did not enjoy. I got very bored by not having a clear objective. I need narrative structures in my games for me to want to play them. Like, I need there to be a reason for me to be doing the things I'm doing. That is not a reason I make up, but a reason the game tells me for a narrative structure. Like, this is like, okay, the narrative structure is we need to build a Corvette, which we've done. Right now we are focused on doing the garden for the Corvette. Why are we doing the garden for the Corvette? Because the quest line tells me to. The quest line is drawing me towards the next objective, expedition. I gotta have that structure. And at the time that I played it, Elite Dangerous did not have any structure. It was just, here's a ship, here's a bunch of space. Go forth and do what you want to do. Ah. Oh man. You gotta give me like, there's an ancient ruins on this planet that we need you to uncover because the University of Blah says that they need the pieces to deliver. I gotta have, that's what I need. It can't just be, there's an alien structure, go and explore it. What's the purpose of exploring? Look, for your own enjoyment. That's not enough. Like, who's the organization that's sending me there? Why are they sending me there? What are their ulterior motives? What are my rewards going to be for doing the expedition? You know, like... I go to the grocery store because I need resources to make pizza. I don't just want to go to the grocery store for the sake of going to the grocery store. If that makes sense. That's how my brain is wired. I did have fun with it. And then I think, but I'm pretty sure, didn't they abandon consoles like a couple years back? Because they weren't seeing a return on their investment with the console edition of Elite Dangerous. Oh no! I was about to say, don't you dare disappear on me, Asteroid Field. I still have a lot more to mine. I just realized it's 8 o'clock. Let me check in with my wife really quick. I need to make sure that we're on track for our grandniece this morning. Yeah, we're just waiting on. They should be arriving at some point soon. Thanks for the resub, Gandalf's Beard. Over on Twitch, appreciate it. We were just waiting on my niece and nephew to deliver our grandniece this morning, and then I will need to step away and go. Walk with everybody down to school to drop her off. Why is somebody scanning me? Expeditions usually take about 8 to 12 hours. Yes, the expedition rewards are published in a blog post, I believe, when the expeditions are live. I think. Somebody might correct me in chat if I'm wrong on that. I could swear they make a post about what the rewards are. It's different for every expedition. But generally speaking, it's about 8 to 12 hours to complete any given if you are playing like a normal person, as I know someone in chat's gonna be like, no, oh, I can do it in 3 hours. If you start from scratch, you don't use an existing save, you don't bring anything over, it's 8 to 12 hours, generally speaking. Some of that depends on luck. So as an example, I'm harvesting right now. There is an RNG aspect to harvesting asteroids. So some people might harvest things faster than other people because of the RNG aspect. Also the RNG of like different galaxies or different solar systems, whatever. So when you jump into a system, there's the RNG of what planets are you getting. So that can factor. Like some of them, like I remember the fishing expedition. I can't remember the name of it. The fishing expedition had a pretty big RNG factor because you were fishing for rare fish, and it was complete RNG as to whether or not you landed the rare fish. So some people got the fish on their first cast. Some people had to spend 3 hours fishing. That over there, there's like 4 blue bubbles floating in space. What is that? Space jellyfish? Something. Go away, Mr. Miner. Oh, I have enough silver now. I can leave my pilot seat. Pretty sure I have enough silver. But I do need to go get... I gotta go planet side because I need copper. Gotta double check this. Yeah, I need a lot of copper for chromatic metal, and I need magnetized ferrite. So we need to go find a planet that has copper. Space jellyfish. It's a little bit of a... They're keeping you on your toes, Bardicus. Like, you might inadvertently shoot the miner and then you're locked into space combat. Copper! That planet is a rocky planet that has copper. We definitely need copper. So, it has aggressive sentinels, is the only downside. But it has the copper we need. So, it's just you, Viper. This game is completely different from Starfield. The only similarities they share is you can fly around in ships and there's lots of planets to explore. That's where the similarities end. Starfield is a narrative RPG. No Man's Sky is a cozy crafting survival simulator with a creative mode if you don't want to do any of that stuff. Yeah, this is like a space sandbox, which technically Starfield has a space sandbox aspect. The other difference is that this game has been out 9 years. Starfield's only been out for 2 years. So I would love to take a look at where Starfield is after 9 years and see how it compares to No Man's Sky at the 9-year mark. But right now you can't really make comparisons because they are completely different games at the fundamental level. Both great games. Both doing different things completely. Alright, let's go find a nice cozy little valley here and see if we can't find some copper. That's your own problem for using the fast travel all the time, Redgar, because Starfield has no more or no less loading screens than many other games of its type. Coolest part about the loading screens in Starfield, excuse me. The coolest thing about the Starfield loading screens is you can put your own screenshots. So if you take lots of cool screenshots, you can have your own collage every time you do use a fast travel sequence in Starfield. But many people overuse the fast travel system in Starfield, and therefore they see lots of loading screens. But you don't have to see loading screens in Starfield if you don't want to. You can totally take the long way around. But that's a bullshit mythology that I will fight back against every single time I see it. Because it's just not true. We just recently played, what was that RPG we played a couple months back? I think it was in May. Tainted Grail? I believe it's called Tainted Grail. Tainted Grail has infinitely more loading screens than any Bethesda game I've ever played, and not a single person bitched and moaned about the loading screens in Tainted Grail. Not a fucking peep. Oh, but Starfield has so many loading screens. Tainted Grail is the darling indie game that Bethesda wants to make. It's so cool. It's the Skyrim of the modern generation that Bethesda wishes they could make. And it has 500 times more loading screens than any Bethesda game. The people who bitch about loading screens in Starfield and who bitch about Bethesda in general are so full of it. Because it's selective bitching. They won't bitch about the indie darlings, but they'll bitch about the Bethesda games. Bethesda should do better. There shouldn't be so many loading screens. Tainted Grail, you're the savior of the indie RPGs. Ah! Hashtag tell us you've never played games and then tell us you've never played games. 600. I think those are the only 2 copper deposits we've got.
Technology recharge.
I'm gonna need some oxygen too, man. The funnest one for me in Starfield was the people who complained that you can't. I gotta remember the complaint. I have a video, but it was something along the lines of you can't fly to the planets. You have to use the fast travel system. And I'm like, that's not true. It might take you a couple hundred hours to fly to another planet manually, but you